guys, I'm up here at Mule Hollow, and I decided that I would do an overnight trip. I have to get up early, go to work in the morning, unfortunately, so it'll be an early morning. But I just felt the need to get out and, you know, maybe contemplate life or something like that. Isn't that what we do these things for anyway? Among other reasons. All right, say goodbye to the Durango, and we're loaded, pack on, and we're heading out. Get away from the car noises, can't wait. I love this trail. It's close to home, and there's a great camping area not too far in. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this adventure, because I know I will. It's just beautiful. There are rock climbs up here. The Mule Hollow wall. Those are not it. If I can get a shot a little further up of them for you, I will. Gorgeous, gorgeous area that we're going into. And the trees are starting to change a little bit. Starting to get some of the fall colors. Not bright yet, but they are coming in. By the way, about 1.5 miles or so, which I don't even think we're going that far tonight, but about 1.5 miles or so up this trail are like 3 or 4 mines. They're pretty interesting to go, you know, look at, day hike. Definitely see some of the little bit of colors starting to pop. Can't wait for fall and the colder temperatures. So that's looking up canyon towards the mines and Mount Olympus Wilderness area. That's basically where we're going to be tonight, except for not in the boundaries. Exactly, just outside the boundaries of the Wasatch or Mount Olympus Wilderness area here in the Wasatch Mountains. We're now getting up into the canyon a little ways. There's a lot of this talus slope stuff up here. It is a rather steep trail. I'll have to look up the exact and put it on the screen for you right now. And that's mileage and elevation gain in the mileage. I do want to add too, most of the time, this bed here, most of the year has water in it. We are coming into fall, autumn time, as you all know. So it is dried up down here lower, but I did not bring any water with me. But have no fear. As you get up a little higher, there are some running water you can find, so you can filter your water and you're not carrying that weight. So just a good tip to know. There is water up here if you go up far enough. And it's really not even that far to get to it. I'll show you guys the spot I filter from. I'll show you how to filter and what I use to filter. And I'll show you the process. So we're still cruising up the trail, giving it a look-see. One thing about this area is it is so close. You get a bunch of teenagers up here. This is one of the first sites. It's really, you're supposed to be a half mile away from the road before you even have a fire. I might come back down here and grab this wood. Just have some good wood for the night. I mean, there's a lot of wood up there at the campsite I'm going to, but it's just terrible that they trash, that people, I won't stereotype all teenagers, I guess I shouldn't do that, but it's sad that some people will do that to a beautiful area like this that I'm in. It's unreal. You know, my personal beliefs are, you know, you leave it as you found it. And as we all know, no trash was out here before we started populating it. So, but in the morning, and this is how I go. I don't know how you guys are about this, but I will stop in the morning and pick that stuff up and pack it out, because it's an eyesore for everyone else who comes up here. So anyway, we are getting closer to camp. Not too far off now. Give you guys a shot of what I see. Again, like I said, most of the year, this bed right here that you walk through or across has water coming through it. Just not now. But there is a golden spot for some water filtration up here. And we'll get to that shortly. Definitely getting close to camp now. Look at those mountain ranges behind me. And I'm telling you folks, Mule Hollow, this kind of view in about a half a mile. Maybe a little more. It is uphill. You know, and my pack is pretty heavy. I've got some gear this time for my first filming shoot, so. But anyway, I mean, those kind of views in a half a mile are spectacular. And this is like the first hike up Big Cottonwood Canyon. So, be great. I'm almost to the camp. I'll bring you back when I arrive. Alright guys, we made it. So there's the riverbed right in front of you, and the trail that goes down. And there's definitely a stash of wood here too. Nice. And so yeah, usually the water would be running through here. Now just up that way is where we can filter some water and get some water to filter. So we'll get there in a second. Let's get over here. Here's the fire ring. Oh, I love this spot. You got nice logs all the way around for sitting on. Now I did bring my Kamatoa camp chair, which you guys have seen the review on. And if you haven't, better watch it. Anyway, there used to be this, see this stuff here, this twine, and someone had strung it up in between all these trees, and everyone called it the nest. Someone cut it down. I don't know if it's the Forest Service or just someone random. There is some trash around that I'm gonna have to pick up, but that's no big deal to me. I will pick it up. Yeah, I do love this spot though. This is a great spot for a quick overnight camping trip. That right there, my friends, is the tent spot. Now, isn't that a bomber tent spot? Nice and flat. The home for the evening. So there's the tent setup. in its spot. This is one of my cheaper tents. This is Ozark Trail outdoor equipment. If you're gonna get any kind of rain, and I'll go into this in depth a little later inside the tent when we're inside it. If you're planning on getting any rain really at all to speak of, you do not want to be in this bad boy. Of course, the rain cover's not on it right now, as you can see. The rain cover's over there. But it's still, this tent is not rain worthy. So I know tonight's gonna be good. I picked this location with this tent because I am under a pine tree. And as we all know, pine trees let off sap. I don't like getting sap on my good equipment. So I will put this cheap tent here, no problem, and rock out. And it's supposed to be a beautiful evening. The view of the peak from camp. Yeah. Should be a wonderful evening. I'm going to start collecting wood so I can get a fire going. The mosquitoes are definitely out tonight, and the smoke will help keep them away. So I will bring you back once I get some wood collected and show you how I like to build a fire. Right now I'm just collecting some of the smaller stuff to start the fire with. Just making myself a decent pile. Found a gold mine. This log was down in the creek, which of course the creek down here dried out. So look at this, dry, crumbles in your hand. That's fire starter. That's a gem out here. And it will burn, baby, burn. So you want to make a good nest of dry stuff, just like that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my cotton balls and petroleum jelly in my fire and water purification kit. And I'm going to put a little bit of those on there. And then I will use the Bear Grylls striker and knife to spark the fire up. Now I don't have a tripod, so I don't think I'll be able to get that shot. I apologize, y'all. Soon I will have a tripod. So there's my cotton balls dipped in petroleum jelly. I'll put a little bit of that into my tinder there. We'll get a fire struck up, and hopefully these bugs will leave us alone. Fire struck up now. Got some smoke, some fire. Hopefully keep the biting bugs away. Whoa, see that? That there, my friends, are those nice and dried up. Those things are like, Oh, like gasoline, I'm telling you. Well, that was quick. Got ourselves a little fire going. That's nice. Not too shabby. Very nice up here. Got El Fayor. And we got camp set. And we're just gonna kick back and relax now. It's gonna be a gorgeous evening. So here is the water hole that I'm going to get my water from. There's my filter bags, kit, and cup. Now, if I could be so lucky as to find a spot to set you guys where you can kind of see what's going on. That's probably the best I'm going to get. So I'm going to take one of my filter bags here. Yeah, that's working. Not bad. I'm going to blow into it so it extends out. I'm going to move some of the top stuff away. The bigger stuff that's on top. I don't want to plug my filter. But I did bring the plunger that comes with the Sawyer Mini. That way I could backwash it if need be. So I'm just going to take and fill my cup and dump it in. And I'm going to fill both these bags. And then we'll go back to camp. And I'll show you guys how I filter with the Sawyer Mini. It's really fairly simple. So there's one filled. Now I'll get number 2 filled. And this definitely will be plenty of water for the evening. Okay. So, there you got it. The 2 are filled with dirty water, ready to be filtered. I'm going to throw all this stuff back in my bag here and we'll go back to camp and we will filter some water. So on my way back to camp, just right up the hill from camp, I have this view. And the sun is setting. And boy, that's throwing a beautiful Sandia look to the mountains. And for all you people not from New Mexico, That would mean watermelon in Navajo. So yeah, that's where it comes from. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at the peaks just shining away. Not bad for a half mile up. Alright guys, we're back at camp. So I have your normal, Camelback Eddy container. I'm gonna open it up. Get a nice sturdy spot to set that. And I'm gonna take out my kit. It's the fire and water kit. I'm gonna pull out the Sawyer Mini. Sawyer! And it's very simple to produce your own drinking water. So I just take the bag that I filled with water, pop the top on my Sawyer Mini, pop the top on the squeeze bag, screw on the Sawyer Mini. You don't want to screw it on too tight. Now, out comes clean water. It's a beautiful thing. You can drink it just like this. Or, what I prefer, is I'll just sit here and squeeze the bag into the bottle. And yeah, it does take a little bit of time to process water, but processing water sure as heck beats carrying it on your back, especially if you're going to do some long mileage hikes or some long mileage backpacking trips or multiple day. And once I get this bottle filtered, I'll get it closer to you guys so you can see it. And by the way, I've never been sick after drinking water from the Sawyer. It works so well. It's 0.1 microns. I finally, I think, have a hole in this bag, in this filter bag. Which is wild because I've used it. Well, it's not wild. They're cheap. It is wild though. They're very cheap. These are not expensive water bags. And they've lasted me quite a while, so if it's just now sprung a leak, I've got more in reserve at home. Platypus makes these squeeze water bags. They don't fit very well. The screw ends don't fit very well with the Sawyer. Plus they're more expensive, and I found these for like a couple bucks for two. I think it was $3 for two. And they screw right on and you don't get any leaks around the rim. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was just a drop that got caught in there and I felt it on my hand, because I think it'd be leaking more. Must have just been a drop. So I don't feel any water right now. We're reaching the top of the bottle. I apologize for spitting, but I keep getting bugs in my mouth. And right there, my friends, is a pert near full bottle of fresh water right out of the stream, filtered, ready to drink. Cheers. So I thought now, since it's starting to get a little dark, that I would cook up my dinner for this evening. I've got my cook set here. I did not bring my jet boil this time. I wanted to try my homemade soda can alcohol stove out in the field. So this is a 2-pot set. Inside it I have my Tupperware, Ziploc Tupperware, and inside of that I have my little alcohol stove can. So you're not going to have a good view of this right away, because I'm going to actually use probably this rock that the camera is sitting on for my windscreen. For now, I can always move it after it's lit. For now, we'll see what it's like right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Hopefully that helps a little bit. And the lighting's poor because it's starting to get dark out. I think the bugs are starting to relent. I can take that beanie off. It's not even cold enough for a beanie, but kept the bugs off my ears and stuff. So here's the alcohol, 91%. I'm going to throw some alcohol on the bottom of my stove. And I'm going to let it prime. And after it primes a bit, I'll bring you back for the lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my trusty Gerber Bear Grylls knife. It comes with a flint. And see if we can get the alcohol stove started here. I think I need to let those fumes build up a little more down in there. It looked like it was going to go for a second, and then went out. And this is the first time I've tried to start it with a striker and not a lighter. So this is going to be an interesting field test to see if you could actually get this going with a striker. Come on, baby. So, it's trying. But boy, you may be hard pressed to get one of these to light by striking it. I thought maybe that we could get it striked up with this, but I might have to go with the lighter. Good thing to know, though. And it sure isn't wanting to. It tries and then goes out. Alright, well, let's give it a try with the old lighter. I'm going to let it prime there again. There we go, my friends. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can get you now, though, that I'm not using both hands. There's the little alcohol stove burning away. So you may be able to start it with, I'm going to put it there. So we have some wind, screen, edge. You may be able to start it with it if I would have kept going, because it was getting hotter, and the hotter you get it is then it takes off. I did end up having to use my lighter for that stove to finally ignite. There it is. That is a Sprite can alcohol stove, and I'm going to boil up some water for some ramen noodles. Let me get my water. Set you down for a sec. And I'm going to dump some water into here, my pan, for my ramen. And then I'll set it on there to where you guys can see it. So here's the old pan, and there's the alcohol stove going. I'm going to set that right there and just let her boil up. There's the alcohol stove. Well, I'm just sitting here by the fire. Got it stoked back up. Look at that night sky shining through the dark trees. That's spectacular, isn't it? So I'm still sitting here waiting for my top ramen to heat up. Now, I do need a windscreen. Should have brought it. That's one problem why it's not boiling very fast. The other thing is these stoves are really only meant to boil water, not cook something. And I'm trying to cook the noodles. So it's gonna take a bit longer on this stove. So, you know, if you're taking stuff like this to eat on your backpacking trips, top ramen, stuff like that you gotta actually cook, I don't know if I would recommend the soda can alcohol stove. But if you do have mountain house meals and all you're gonna do is boil the water, then I've attested and I've tried, and that thing will boil water pretty damn quick. So in this case, it's a no-go, really, unfortunately. You guys hear the crickets? Very nice. Alright guys, dinner is served. A little top ramen, and it did finally cook that up, and nice and hot actually. I gotta let it cool off a little bit. So awesome, it worked just a little bit longer than normal. I'm used to the jet boil, which I can't say enough about. I love them. But that little camp stove would work out just fine up here. If you needed to, works great. So, cheers. I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'll bring you guys back when I get into the tent and show you my setup in there. Alright guys, there's the fire starting to die out a little bit. I'll stoke it in a minute. Here is the tent. Now you can't see much, but you can see that the door is open. I'm gonna get inside. Maybe I should get, give me one sec here. I've got a better flashlight here. Put off a little more light. I can see what's going on. Okay guys, there's the tent for the evening, and on the inside I have a 5-degree And it is the Swiss Sport 5-degree mummy bag. I have the Cocoon air pillow. And also, underneath everything, I have the Serverest Base Camp. That pad is 20 inches wide by 2 inches thick, and it's comfy. So, this is the abode for the evening. That's all nice and set up now. And that's where I'll be sleeping this fine evening that we're having. Oh no, that's a fire. For sure. Yeah. Putting off some light. Oh yeah. This is the perfect quick overnight camp spot here in Big Cottonwood Canyon. Absolutely amazing. Alright guys, I'm all hunkered down in the tent now. It is, it's about 10 o'clock at night. So I gotta be up at 5 in the morning to pack up and be out of here and be to work. So it's been a wonderful night. If anything interesting happens throughout the night, I'll bring you guys back. Till then, see you in the morning. Hey there guys. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. It's only 57.3 degrees, so it definitely didn't get down very cold. I slept well. I went to bed at 10, woke up at 4. That's not bad at all. So I'm gonna just use the restroom and I'm gonna lay back down till 5. And then I'll bring you guys back about 5. And then I'll break stuff down and do a quick shoot at the end since it's gonna be dark. You're only gonna see very little at the end. Because it's so early, but no big deal. I'll bring you guys back at 5. Alright guys, we're all packed up. Got the pack on our back. And we're gonna head to the Durango. Awesome. That was a good trip. Very nice night. It's maybe, I don't know, 60 degrees out here. It's not cold at all. Clear skies. Stars everywhere. This is awesome. Nice morning hike down to the truck. Get the old blood pumping. Oh, what a gorgeous morning. What a gorgeous morning. I love it. And then I'll bring you guys back for a quick sec when I get back to the truck. Hey guys, back at the truck now, just started it up, letting it warm up, and I'm off to work. I appreciate everyone coming on this first overnight adventure with me in the Wasatch Gear Review. Thank you very much. It was a great night, perfect temps. I said maybe 57 is a low. Clear skies. A lot of stars out. I slept really well. It was phenomenal. So, again, thank you. Be safe and adventure on.